Great swimmers are notable for qualities of gracefulness, flow, and economy of movement. The fine swimmer is a natural artist in the water. This film is based on the Shaw method of swimming. The Shaw method integrates the principles of the Alexander technique with swimming in a creative way. The quality of the experience is our concern.
There's this magical word in swimming we call feel, and it's something we always strive for. It's very hard to actually explain what feel is, but it's just knowing when everything comes right, when the technique process is right, when you've actually learned how to swim well, you've learned how to race well, and you dive in, and it's there sometimes, it all clicks in. It's the ability to go through the water with the greatest amount of ease.
There are many benefits to swimming. First of all, it's a very good way of keeping fit and regaining fitness, because it's possible to, if one is a good swimmer, to work anaerobically. So for cardiovascular fitness, this is very important. But another very large area in which swimming is helpful is that it's good for people who perhaps have problems. So people who have joint problems are able to exercise in a weight-free environment when the water will both support them and give resistance to their movements.
Nowadays, if I swim, if I've had a particularly hard day at the office, I tend to go through and sort things out. And it's a wonderful way to actually, I suppose, encapsulate what you've done during the day and to departmentalize things, to put them in little boxes and say, okay, I'm finished with that. And it's a great way to relax. I think a lot of people can use swimming as a form of relaxation, getting all the stress, the dirt, the junk that you've sort of got the last 24 hours out of the system.
I'm a newspaper executive, and my life is filled with deadlines and minor crises that happen all the time. I have to write editorial comments, and I write my own column as well. There are only two ways of getting over that stress that you have subjected yourself deliberately to, and one of them is called whiskey, and the other one is probably, I think now, swimming. Because I used to feel that whiskey was the answer, and I've drunken an awful lot of it in my day. But I now think that if I could if I take a swim on the way home from work, and I can just kind of glide a bit up and down the pool and swim a bit, not fast or anything, you know, but in fact very, very slowly, just very slowly, like an old whale. I do get a wonderful feeling of serenity, and I go home and I can sleep marvellously well. I wake up the following day immensely refreshed, and I feel a lot better. And I think that being in the water achieves that for you.
I'm a scientist at the University of Surrey, and we're looking at human posture and movement. Now, the problem is that many of our habits actually come back in the end to some sort of fear. So, for example, in swimming, it's fear of the water. The fear of water leads us to interfere with our whole support system, and we pull the head back. Now, when you get into that habit, and then you try and swim, of course, you can't break the habit of pulling the head back. Now, the way I see Stephen working is to actually make friends with the water in the first place. And that undoes this primary fear reflex.
the shore method of swimming combines the principles of the Alexander technique, in particularly the principle of body awareness, with movement in water, so that we use the normal swimming strokes like breaststroke, backstroke, crawl, dolphin and so on, but all the time, if we're applying Alexander principles to the swimming movement, then they become very much more focused on what the body is doing in the water.
Water gives us an opportunity to let go and have fun.
We can learn from the water how to free our bodies in a very profound and a very strong sense. By redirecting energy through greater awareness of the body, one learns to move with greater poise, greater balance, greater ease, greater fluidity.
I definitely relax in the water, but I don't think there's a limit to how much you can relax. You can always relax more. I think swimming is a sport that involves so many muscles that it takes a phenomenal level of consciousness to relax all of the muscles when necessary and work others really hard. When I entered the water, I think I entered this totally different world. It's just me and the background sound of the water. It's just you and your thoughts, you and your struggles, you and your goals. It's great. It gives you the privacy a lot of people lack when they're out of the water.
Watsu takes place in warm water and helps to improve mobility and flexibility. Jun Kono is Japan's foremost practitioner.
私たちは水を感じることが素晴らしくできるんですが、水泳だけじゃなくて、立った姿勢でも水をすごく感じることができます。
Like Tai Chi, the beauty and grace of this activity improves respiration, mobility, and flow of energy.
例えばこんな運動ができます。こういうことをしただけでも水の中ではとっても素晴らしい呼吸の運動になるのです。